Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jackie and I am Forever Faithful. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel where I share experiences, lessons, and testimonies about my faith walk. So I'm on here today. I just wanted to share with you today because I just received a message. It's time to clean house. It's time to clean house. And not necessarily in the literal sense, but that may be the case for some people. But what I'm talking about is it's time to clean the house. It's time to clean people out of your house. It may be your physical house. It may not be your physical house. But the whole point is it's time to get people out of your life that does not have good intentions for you. Those who will take from you more than they give. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, but I still absolutely think that is still relevant and current right now. And considering I just received the message that it's time to clean house, and over the past week, I've had an experience where I've had to clean house, and I thought I was done cleaning house. So that's why I'm on here today. So there are people in our lives that we think has our best interests. And we believe that they are very supportive and have good intentions for us. And in some cases that may be true. But what I am noticing is that, everyone has free will. And because of the choices we all make, will lead us on a different path, a different trajectory, right, on our path. And just because you are in alignment with someone for a while doesn't mean that you're going to stay in alignment forever. People change, situations change, and again, free will. People make different choices, make different decisions for their lives, right? So you could come out of misalignment, and it's okay. And oftentimes we want to hold on to these people, these relationships, because it's what we know, we're comfortable with it, right? And we know that no one's perfect and everyone's flawed. But we have to take a look at those flaws sometimes with a person. Now, I can tell you in the past decade that I've had to clean house. Some of it was voluntary. Most of it was involuntary, meaning that I was being shown signs from God about a person or a group of people that I didn't want to address. I may have disregarded, denied, but then it becomes so painfully obvious that I'm not in alignment with this person or these people, right? And that these people continuously want to take or hurt me in different ways. Now, for me, over the past decade, I thought, basically I had cleaned house, and that the handful of people I had in my life were the ones that was going to go to the end with me. Boy, was I wrong. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. Okay? And this is the thing. Divine has a bird's eye view. He knows what people are thinking and how they're feeling. He knows their mind, their thoughts, their heart space. He knows this, even though we don't see it, but divine source sees this. So a lot of times when it's time to clean the house, it may be shocking. It may be disturbing to you, but it's necessary. I recently have gone through this again, thinking that someone I consider a dear friend, I consider her to be a best friend. I thought she was going to go to the end with me. Well, God showed me and let me know that she's not and she can't come with me. What I notice is that sometimes you're so busy into, taking care of yourself and trying to better yourselves and grow in a positive way, that a lot of times we miss things. And then other times, because of our growth, we begin to see things differently, right? We begin to see people in a different light. And pretty much that's what happened to me. This person I thought that was going to the end is not going to the end with me. Actually, I ended the friendship because a regular conversation that we would normally had went downhill quickly. I'm not going to go into the details, but when it was all said and done, she was trying to convince me that the way that I communicate, the way that I worship the divine creator is disrespectful. And that I should do it this way. I should speak this way. I should communicate this way. And I'm thinking, well, who the heck made you communication police of God? Like, did he send you to tell me this? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't. Because if there was an issue, the way that I communicate with the divine creator, I would have known about it after a good 4, decades of being in a relationship with the divine creator. And so what was revealed in this conversation was that she thinks she knows what's best for me than I know for myself, that she thinks that her way is the best way, and that there was a lot of ego in what she had to say. So I'm like, well, she wanted me to change because the way that I communicate with the divine creator makes her uncomfortable. So what, I'm supposed to put a muzzle on my mouth? I'm supposed to restrict myself because what I'm saying makes you uncomfortable? The issue isn't me. The issue is within her. Because obviously I said something that triggered something within her. So it's like, if I didn't say it or make the statement, someone else would. That would trigger her. So it's not necessarily me, it's her. So I realized after days of talking to God, days trying to get understanding, trying to get some clarity about this friendship, and I was just led to believe that after 20 years of friendships, through the highs and the lows, and even when I was literally living hell on earth, how I continue to give God the praise, how I continue to still seek divine presence. I continue to. But it seems like the only thing she was focusing on is the statement that I made in the way that I communicate with the divine creator. So that upset her to the point where she felt the need that she needed to, in a sense, chastise me for being disrespectful. So anyway, I'm not going to go into more details because it's too long. But my whole point is that I thought she was going to go with me to the end, but she's not. God showed me she's not. Now, she wants me to conform to her ways, the way she believes and what she believes. And for me, it doesn't work because I've already bypassed that. When it comes to the spirituality, dealing with the spiritual realm, she has no footing on that. She doesn't get visions. She doesn't hear voices. She doesn't see shadows. She doesn't have, she doesn't deal with orbs in the angelic realm. She has no context, really, of the spiritual realm. But yet she can tell me how I should worship and communicate with the divine creator. Yes, it was shocking. It was hurtful, because she questioned me, my faith, and all of that. And I'm thinking, after everything I've shared with you, everything you've seen me go through, everything I have expressed to you, especially over the last 10 years, why do you want to focus on how I communicate with the divine creator, as opposed to thinking about all the hell that I've been through and how I kept God first, how I continued to seek God for clarity, for comfort, for resources. And so that lets me know that this is a person who is still deeply brainwashed about who God is and how you should talk and worship and communicate with God, right? But my whole point of telling you all this, I thought that she would be with me in the end. But I was so wrong. And what it is that I actually had to end the friendship, because I just felt like after 22 years of knowing me, and to know me is to know my faith walk, is to know what I've actually been through and how I got through it all, how I made it through the pits of hell. And I didn't do it alone. And I give divine creator God all the credit for that, because I couldn't have done it as a human. I could not have went through everything that I did without divine presence, without divine guidance. So I guess my whole point is, do not get too attached to people. Do not get attached to a person. Don't. Because if sooner or later, eventually God will show you the truth about this person or these people. I learned that my friend, my best friend, through that conversation, it really put a spotlight on what she thinks about me, how she feels about me. And that was quite heartbreaking. That was actually hurtful, right? But I did give thanks that divine creator gave me clarity and what I should do next. Because after that conversation, even during the conversation, I felt things shifting within myself. I felt things changing. I knew that our relationship was changing as we were in the middle of this conversation. I knew that things would not be the same as they were before. I knew this. But it wasn't until I allowed myself to sit with the conversation and, in a sense, just sit with it, take it in, allow myself to feel what it was I was feeling. I was feeling anger. I was feeling hurt. I was feeling like this person doesn't even know me, doesn't even understand me, to even question my faith. And at that point, I thought, you know what? So much had happened in a short period of time. So much had been revealed to me in such a short period of time that I'm like, I don't have anything else to say. Why would I have a conversation with someone who seems... Why would I continue to have a conversation with someone or talk to someone, be in contact with someone who has let me know that they don't understand me, that they don't know me after all of these years? And I said, well, for me, there's nothing else to say. I've said all that I have to say. I am not going to put myself in a situation where I'm uncomfortable to make someone else comfortable. It's not happening. Again, my whole point is that it's time to clean house. And whether you're ready to clean house or not, it's going to happen. So you can do this voluntarily or involuntarily, but it's going to happen. And who you think is going to be with you in the end may not be the people that you think is going to be with you in the end. But I also know that anytime that a person or people, a group of people are removed from my life, somehow, some way, someone who is in alignment, more in alignment with me as I am now, will show up in my life. So I know that you can't attach yourself to any one person or group of people, because you never know when they're going to be removed from your life. You don't know. You don't know when, and you don't know how they will be removed from your life. So that's a lesson that I'm still learning. And I think it's hitting home for me right now, is that don't attach myself to my friends and thinking that they're going to be around to the end. Because at any moment, they can make a different choice for their lives that would take them out of alignment with me. And that changes the whole dynamic. All I know is that I deserve more in my life. I deserve people who gets me, who understands me, who understand the spiritual side of this journey and not just the worldly, earthly side of it. I deserve to have people in my life who's going to support me, who's going to allow me to be me. I deserve to have people in my life who are open-minded and open-hearted. Need people around me that are less judgmental and more joyous. That's the thing about this life. We have no idea who's going to be removed from our lives and who's going to enter our lives. But just know that it's all divine timing and that everything happened for a reason. And it's always for our betterment. It really is for our betterment. Sometimes we are being held back and don't even realize it. Sometimes we are withholding ourselves from being truly genuine and authentic because someone else may feel uncomfortable or may not agree with the way you're choosing to live your life. In the end, you only have one life and there's only one you. Do you. And if anybody has a problem with that, then it is just that, their problem that they need to deal with. Keep it moving. Clean house, get those people out of the house, because Divine Creator is really trying to replace these people with better people. More spiritual people, more people that are in alignment on your path. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've experienced. That's what I'm experiencing now. So again, the message today is it's time to clean house. And believe me, I'm still in that process. Even though I thought I was done, I am still in that process of cleaning house. But now it's just gotten to the point I've cleaned house so many times that the more I do it, the less painful it is and the more comfortable I am becoming doing it. Because in the end, I know it's for my greatest good. So I hope that this helps someone, encourage someone to clean house. All right. Thanks so much for stopping by and listening. Again, my name is Jackie, and I am forever faithful. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.